Hello everyone and welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Oh boy, let's continue on with the second and hopefully the last investigation for Turnabout Serenade. Here we go. Here we go. Apologies if my voice sounds a bit different because I think I might have a stuffy nose. Alright, here we go. Hey! Hey Apollo! What? Well, actually, nothing. I mean, something, or maybe not. Out with it. The suspense is giving me an ulcer. Well, the trial today. I was thinking, if you gave it a score, what score would you give it? Score? Gee. I guess I would, or maybe, well, I'm just as bad as you. See? So, it's so vague. Clearly. Machi, avoided a guilty verdict, which is something. Though I can't say I'm less confused about the case. I asked Interpol about the murder. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing. IPXX314206. The agent registered under under that number was Romain Lataus. And the victim, Mr. Lataus, who would have guessed he was actually an undercover Interpol agent? What a mess. And we don't have any idea what he was investigating. Well, true, but we know who shot him now. Lami told the whole court. Wait, that voice just now. It was him. I'm sure of it. That voice I heard talking to Mr. Lataus. When I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Daryan. It's another mystery, Apollo. I love mysteries. I don't. Speaking of mysteries, what's Mr. Wright up to? I wouldn't mind asking his opinion. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen the daddy around. What? Is he some kind of stray that just wanders in and out at will? I wouldn't say, but he has been going out a lot. More on that in the final case. Some top secret mission, he said. Top secret? Anyway, you can't just rely on him to save the day. And you've got me to help you. We'll be fine. Fine. Right. Well, time's a-wasting. As they say, let's investigate. That's the spirit. Alright, let's, before we go anywhere else, let's speak with Trucy. You know, with the volume here, because it was a little loud. Daryan did it. Lami dropped a bomb in court today. It was Daryan. Lami said she's never forgotten the voice, right? That's so cool. I guess. What's that called again? Elephant ears? I bet that's what they're called. Somehow I don't think that means what you think it means. And she has to be wrong this time. Wrong? Why? I mean, look. Those gunshots were right during the concert. That's right. I was burning up the dance floor at the time. Right. Uh, did you happen to look up on stage? Maybe at the Yan even? You bet I did. He is one of the Gaviniers, a guitarist after all. He's so cool. Oh, right. All the Gaviniers have a solid alibi. He couldn't have shot Mr. Lataus backstage. But Lami heard him, didn't she? She heard Daryan backstage, right? Somebody's either wrong or lying very badly here. If Lami was lying, why did the Daryan felt shocked in the last part, like, oh no, in a way? Agent Lataus. Interpol agent. I was wondering, what is Interpol anyway? Huh? Interpol? They're the guys who catch international criminals. Why can't they just call them international police instead of making up some silly name? Interpol, which means it's short for International Police. See? INTER, don't worry about the national, POL, and don't worry about the ICE. There you go, Interpol. Yeah, anyway, you think he was investigating Lami? What? Why would anyone do that? She's not a criminal. She couldn't be. Don't be fooled by appearances, is all I'm saying. But remember, I'm a magician, Apollo. I can spot a palm coin at 50 paces. If only it were that easy. In any case, we know he was working on something. Let me turn down the volume again because it still feels loud. There we go. I wonder if it was something that has something to do with something. That something being our case. The last something, I mean. Something like that. Frankly, the whole thing is making my head hurt. What was Mr. Lataus up to? Trucy, was that another one of your tricks? It wasn't me. I can't even make Mr. Half laugh like that. Wherever the mundane gives way to miracles, a word is whispered. Grammar yay. Grammar. I'll just say, cause when I first played this game, I always said, grammar yay, so I'm sticking to that pronunciation. Hey, the other day. Eek! Who's there? We didn't just imagine that, did we? He was wearing a silk hat. Friend of yours? Hardly. We meet again. Nice to meet you. Who are you? And could you please stop smirking like that? It's you, Uncle Valant. Uncle Valant? He's your uncle? No, silly. It's the great Grammarier, Valant Grammarier, the Grand Magician. Yes, it is I, the great Valant Grammarier, as seen on TV. And could you please stop smirking like that? Apollo, just let it go. It's been a while, Miss Trucy. 7 years to be exact. My, how you've grown. Good to see you again, Uncle Volant. You look exactly the same. She's not joking. More on that on the last episode of the game. I hate to intrude, but what is a great magician doing paying us a visit? I believe it was you who wished to see me. So be quick with your questions. And do not quake or quiver. I am quite tame. Though my stardom may sear the sight, I'm quite down to earth when need calls. He does have a certain aura to him, it's true. Let's ask him about the case, Apollo. His aura sure isn't lost on our magician in the making. She's practically drooling with enthusiasm. After all, Uncle Volant is one of the Daddy's best friends. That's why I call him Uncle. Well, what? Daddy? You mean Mr. Wright? No, I mean my real daddy. Huh? Trucy's real father? Yes, so meet Volant Grammarier. He was one of the magicians who was with Trucy's real father, along with a woman, and they were known as the Trope Grammarier. Okay, rhyming. Now I know why that's how it was pronounced. Anyways, Trope Grammarier. Wait, Apollo? Don't tell me you don't know about Trope Grammarier. Trope Grammarier. Huh? No. But it does sound kind of familiar. Oh, lost life. Lamentably listless lad. To not know of the greatest trope, a trope of magicians on the planet? Volant Grammarier. The name began to surface in my mind. It was a name I'd heard on TV as a child. You bet you've heard of a name. He made a cruise ship disappear and blew up an amusement park. Oh, and he made all this gold disappear from a safe. And then escaped from a high security prison. You said he is a magician. I opened the locks to heart's chains by mediocrity. Sorry. This is the true miracle of Trope Grammarier. Wait. What, Apollo? I do remember seeing you on TV a long time ago. Weren't you with someone else? Like a duo? A duo? Yeah. You had a partner. Something Grammarier. Yes, Zach Grammarier. Masterful maker of magic. A capable crafter of shiny showmanship. Why is everyone so quiet? Daddy. Oh, no way. Trucy's father. Once upon a time, the Trope Grammarier included two grand magicians. Myself, Volant Grammarier, and my partner, Zach Grammarier. And this Zach was my real daddy. Trucy's father, a magician. I guess it makes sense. I had no idea. There wasn't much point in talking about it. Not that he's gone. About that. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's okay. I'm not lonely. I got my daddy after all. And you make me laugh, Apollo. Glad that I'm good for comic relief, at least. Not that I see the daddy around much these days. I've been remiss in remembering my reasons for my visit. Reasons? Two, in fact. The first being, of course, to see you, Miss Trucy. You don't know how happy I am to see you again, Uncle Valant. I'm sure you are. Not for one for modesty, are you? When I encountered you at the Coliseum the first time in 7 years, I could fain contain my emotions. I wept oceans. And to learn you now defend the poor pianist, that blinded boy. 'Twas a hot topic of talk among the staff, you know. And defend him you did. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Alright. Well, it wasn't all my doing. I'm his defense attorney, actually. My other reason for coming here today was this. That's a videotape? Quite so. A recording of the concert, no less. I brought it for you. I've brought it for you, Trucy, on behalf of Chopin Grammarier. Will you watch it? Here we go. This is, in actuality, the first evidence that we saw way earlier in the first part of the episode. So yeah, it's as I said at the beginning. This is, in actuality, your very first piece of evidence. So yeah, the reason why I'm not keeping my mouth shut is because if you want to see this whole scene and it's in without me saying anything, just head back to the first investigation of this case. And here's another clue I did mention, but as you can see, a disappearing act. That means despite Lami having amnesia, she does remember some skills, like the whole the disappearing act. How did she do it? How did she was able to do stage magic if she is just a singer? Well, we learn more about that in the last episode. Trust me, everything will be revealed in the last episode. Wow, it's almost as good as it was live. So, what's the word? Mysterious. There are more mysterious things than her song going on. Way more mysterious. This Valant Grammarier has good reasons to be here today, but I wonder what his reasons were to be at that concert. Alright, so we re-get that first piece of evidence. So I'm not. Yeah, like I said, there's a reason why I'm not saying. And so we get our next piece of evidence. That first piece of evidence is what we saw right now. I mean, I'm sorry, back in the first part of this episode. All right. So let's present this tape to Belant. So I was wondering, that stunt in the middle of the song there, I didn't see a stunt. What about Lami vanishing and reappearing? Oh, that, I guess I'm so used to seeing that happen, I didn't even notice. So young to be jaded. A simple sleight of hand and petite prestidigitation. Um, um, uh, um, did some modicum of magic from me to you. So that's why you were at the concert. Yes, I was there to watch my trick take to the air. So you're the one who knows how it was all done. Of course, I am like a deity with the stage as my domain. I suffer no mystery upon those floodlit boards, not graphs with tightly twixt on my fingers. It is a potent, primeval power I possess. Well, do you think you could tell me how it was done? Hey now, Juicy. That's like totally against the rules, Apollo. Not during a murder investigation, it's not. Mice known for my illusions are mine alone, monsieur. Also what? Recall that terrible occurrence happened later. Well, after my illusion entranced the audience. Oh, don't even ask. I won't answer. Too bad for you, Apollo. Whose side are you on, anyways? I, Valant Grammarier, now make my leave, Miss Trucy. There's no need to rush, Uncle Valant. You should stay a while. I am afraid I cannot. I may not. I shall not. I have been asked to assist with an analysis, and so I shall slink back to the scene. So you'll be at the concert venue today? Correct. If you would call on me, come to the Coliseum. See you later, Crocodile. With a whirl of his cloak and a wink of his eye, he turned and walked out through the door, normally. Well, there you go, Apollo. Didn't he say he had two reasons? I'm not sure if I was paying attention, but I don't think he mentioned his second reason. Unless there was something I looked over, maybe. I don't know. Let's get cracking. Right. Valant Grammarier. I've got a few more things to ask him. Foremost among them, that bit of magic that made Lami disappeared, and how he knows Trucy and her real father. Alright, so we're done here. Let's head towards the detention center. Alright, here we go. Machi I may not be guilty, but he's still a suspect. But they don't have any decisive evidence. Yeah, but only someone as small as him could have gotten out of that room. Right, the air vent. And he lied. Lied? Machi Tobey can see. Machi! Speak of the devil. He looks like he's doing okay. I forget. Why did he come here? It's not like we can talk to him or anything. Words are overrated. Feelings are what matter, Apollo. It's kind of hard to build a court case on feelings. But since we're here anyway, might as well get what I want to say off my chest. If you need someone to complain to, I'll listen. I think she's actually worried for me. Alright, so we're back at the detention center so we can ask Machi some questions, but the thing is, well, you'll see. The trial today. So, what did you think of the trial today? Phew, I'm glad he doesn't understand English after all. If he did, he would have been scared out of his mind by that trial. Hey, all's well that ends well. You have to be more goal-oriented. If he's not guilty, we win. No, if he's innocent, we win. Machi might not understand English, but I bet he gets that. He gets that better than you do. Oh, wait a minute. The bracelet. It reacted. Huh? Can we actually use the bracelet? Oh, great. It's not even here. It's 'cause, well, back in the Phoenix Wright trilogy, you were given, this item called the Magatama, that whenever, there's someone that's really hiding something, there would be these cyclops. And once you've obtained the right evidence, you present that Magatama and you ask questions. You show them proof, and if it's the right proof, the more you show them the right pieces of evidence, the more locks. Depending on how many locks are there, there could be one to 5 locks, and depending on how strong that evidence is, it can break at least 1 to 2 locks at a time, or even all of them at once. But sadly, the bracelet, I guess it's only available for court. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I already know, but for some reason the bracelet just react for some odd reason. Why though? Let's continue on. Lami's testimony. I'm glad Lami testified. What a great person. She even got Machi off the hook by naming another suspect. Daryan of the Gavineers, the detective. I wonder if Machi knows what happened. I mean, if he could follow how the trial went and all, if no one told him there's a new suspect, how would he know? Hey, what is it, Apollo? No, it's nothing. I must be imagining it. Imagining what, Apollo? It's just, I couldn't help but feel that, I don't know. Machi, he doesn't understand what we're saying, right? How could he? He's a young Aboriginian. He doesn't speak English. Yeah, but my bracelet is reacting to him. Huh? Maybe it's malfunctioning. Or it's scared because you keep making those I'm so mad faces. Was I that bad? Machi lied about not being able to see. But what if that's not all he lied about? If you're curious about it, there's only one thing to do. You should ask him. I think it'll take something big to get him. Some kind of undeniable evidence. We'll be back, Machi. But what about Machi's eyesight? So, Machi, you can see, right? Machi, I can see, but Lami can't. The whole world's gone topsy-turvy. Sorry, Apollo. I don't think we're going to get any info out of Machi. Which makes sense. Yeah, I guess it does. Alright, so there's nothing we can do now but move on. Unless we get that correct piece of evidence to show him there's nothing we can do right now. Alright, Sunshine Coliseum. Oof. And this is the only place where we're able to meet with Volant, so here we go. Woo! What a great day. It's perfect weather for sleuthing. The weather matters for an investigation? Don't some days just feel like magic days or defense days? Sure. Let's get started, shall we? Right on. Show us your stuff, Apollo. What stuff? Your voice training. This is the perfect place for it. I did enough at home, thanks. There's no need to be shy. Keep that up, and you'll never make it on the big stage. I'm happy in the courtroom, thank you. I am a lawyer. Then you're in luck because it's lawyer weather today. Don't you just want to face the blue sky and shout objection? Look, the weather has nothing to do with lawyers. Let's get going already. Alright, let's move towards the backstage hall. AKA the scene of the crime. Ah! Mr. Attorney. Lami. Sorry about today. There's nothing you need to apologize for. You were merely bending Machi. Are you okay? Alone, I mean. Humans are blessed with 5 senses. Even robbed of one, we get by. Though it does make being a witness rather difficult. Speaking of seeing, you knew who we were before we spotted you just now. And we weren't even talking. I heard your footsteps several times the day before. Oh, you must have great ears. Ears that heard, which is in red, the crime taking place, or so she claimed yesterday. But how? Alright, let's speak with Lami here. The voice. That was quite a statement you made today in court about hearing Daryan Crescent's voice at the scene of the crime. I did not know his name, but I never forget a voice. Wait, Lami, is something the matter? That voice just now. It was him. I am sure of it. No way. There is your clue. The moment he said no way, he got spooked. Like he knew he had been caught. Excuse me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Alright, where was I? As I said in court, I was on my way backstage from the stage. That is when I heard his voice. I'm guessing Daryan and Mr. Lataus were talking about something. The next moment, I heard those gunshots. Why didn't you call security? To be honest, though, the noise was quite frightening. I never imagined the gunshots might be real. And I was in quite a hurry myself. I left the scene at once. So it really was Daryan's voice that she heard. Yeah. At least she certainly thinks it was. Alright, Machi. I met Machi before my debut as Lami. I was singing in a restaurant in Borginia, and he was playing the piano. Oh, I think that was Apollo talking. Yes. He was very kind to me when he learned I could not see. Is that when you started playing opposites? With Machi pretending he couldn't see? No, it wasn't then. That began after our major debut. After I became known as the landscape painter in sound. It must have been tough for Machi, pretending he couldn't see and all the while acting as your eyes. We held hands always. He would write his finger on my palm to signal to me things I should know. He is smart. He is a smart, gentle boy. I think I see what she's getting at. Machi would never harm a soul. Mr. Oops. Sorry. Let's skip all this. Sometimes once is once enough. Excuse me. Alright, so about Mr. Lataus. Yes. He was an Interpol agent, I hear. So you had no idea? Of course not. No one did. I guess that's what it means to be undercover. But someone was after him. They had to know who he really was. Why did he pose as my manager? I do not understand. You have no idea? I can only assume he was investigating me. But why? What makes you think that? Perhaps, excuse me, perhaps it is not so, but I cannot deny the possibility. because of my condition. As my present is veiled in darkness, so too is my past clouded memory. Clouded? Right. Alright. Darkness. The darkness I fear is not the darkness that I see whenever I open my eyes. The real darkness lies in my heart. In your heart? I have no memory of the time before I became Lami. I awoke from darkness, to darkness, you might say. I was singing in a restaurant those days. What was it that she said about not being able to remember the light? I do not know my past. Perhaps I committed some terrible crime in my past. Everything before becoming Lami is lost to me. But I don't think you... I can think of no other explanation. Why else would an agent of Interpol approach me? Do you think your past might be related to this case? No way! That seems really unlikely to me. I mean, you're such a sweet person, Lami. I thank you. Machi too. Machi too tells me this often when I fear who I might have been. Alright, so let's present the videotape. We took a look at your performance again. It was even better the second time. Thank you. That reminds me. That was an incredible illusion you pulled off. Illusion? When you teleported from one stage to the other. Remember? Ah, yes. Apparently, they hired a professional magician, Valant Grammarier. I was wondering, do you think you could tell us how it was done? I'm afraid I cannot. Mr. Grammarier made me swear to never tell a soul. I was afraid of that. Hard to be hard to be a magician if you can't keep a secret, you know. Well, there is a saying that goes, a good magician never reveals his secrets. Yeah. Anyways. I am reminded that I wished to speak to you about something. Yes? When I was walking this hallway before, I stumbled upon a small device of some kind. It was lying on the floor. Device? Maybe you mean this? That's been lying there since the day before yesterday. Might I touch it? I thought as much. What? What do you think? This is one of our headsets. Everyone on staff wears one during a concert. I wonder who's this anyway. We used it for a communication. It would be quite inconvenient should it go missing. We'll hold on to it for you then. We'll give it to Prosecutor Gavin when we see him. Yes, that's best. Thank you. So, can I put it on? No, you can't. It's evidence. Attached? I'm not some kind of robot, Apollo. Everyone on staff was wearing one of these headsets. This might warrant some further inquiry. Alright, so we're done here. Let's head towards the stage here. Alright, so we are now in the wings, or the stage. That song, isn't that the one Lamioir was singing? Yeah, you're right. The guitar's Serenade. Wow, I'd love to do a show on a stage like this. I'd come see that. The house is full, and as one, the audience sighs with wonderment. There I am, singing my ballad, rose petals swirling through the air. Not bad. Wait, aren't you a magician? Oh, that's right. I was a magician, wasn't I? Wasn't I? Sorry. Some dedication. Aha! If it isn't Miss Trucy, and indeed it is, Uncle Valant. What exactly are you doing here? I take real responsibility in tasks undertaken. I am inspecting my equipment of illusion to make sure naught is amiss. Miss? Balami teleportation illusion. Ooh. Should anything go wrong, it would reflect poorly upon me and my trope. As I went about my exacting examination, I happened to notice that piano, and I remembered that fair lady's I can't pronounce the word. Melody. Hey Apollo, maybe Uncle Valant can shed some light on this whole thing for us. Alright, let's talk to him. Lami's illusion. I was wondering about the show, the night of the murder. Lami's vanishing act was your illusion, right? Indeed. The purple prosecutor petition my performance. At the climax of the song, he said, "Make her disappear, like a dream." Like a dream. Yet, what can I work with on stage meant for musical endeavors? There are none of the conveniences of a stage built for sorcerous acts. It was a challenging task, so I accepted. And thus we get that little magic trick. She disappeared at the top of the tower, but in order to move, you would have had to use some sort of secret tunnel. People come to me because I am a professional among professionals. My illusions are custom made for a time and a place. Now, because of the murder, all the eyes of the nation are on this concert. Not a bad thing, as far as the fortunes of Tropez Grammarier are concerned. So, you were here checking up on your trick to make sure it went well. And went well it did. Now, speaking of pianos, that piano over there troubles me. It troubles you? Why? Why? Why do you ask why? Oops, excuse me. Man, do I have a lot of editing to do, and I apologize for the random interruptions. It's because my nose, I don't know why, every morning it gets stuffed up for some odd reason. I don't know. I think it was probably because how much work I've been doing in the backyard. Probably breathing so much of that. Well, not a lot, but at least some. Because I was probably breathing some of that sawdust or something. That could be the culprit for me getting a stuffy nose like that. Anyways, where was I? I think it's probably quicker if I just go check it out myself, thanks. Trope grammar yay. Honestly, because but by saying that, it rhymes. At least I think. I know what you're thinking in that head of yours. Grammar yay, yes, you say? I recall seeing him on TV. Something of that sort. Actually, yes, you're right. Wow, he just read your mind, Apollo. Or even, or everyone tells him that he made a good guess. It was 20 years ago. A young magician, a genius of his time, came down among us. His name was Magnifique Grammarier. It was he who began the great trope Grammarier. At his prime, not a day passed that he did not play upon the screens of every TV there was. I do have a vague memory of someone like that on TV. Yet, several years ago, that time came to an end. My trope pulled a vanishing act, yes? Crying for magic no longer heard. The TV screen a barren waste, stripped of illusion. That's not true. I still went to all your shows. Like that one in the parking lot down at the supermarket. When you start playing supermarket parking lots, you know you're in trouble. We hone our skills at these small venues, always awaiting our time. Yes, one day we will rise up from obscurity onto fame's shining stage once more. I do this not only for the magic that is grammar, yay, but for my partner. Your partner? You mean? Yes, Zach Grammarier, Juicy's father. Before he disappeared 7 years ago, there was no name higher than Grammarier in show business circles. None. I will see us return to glory. I, Valant Grammarier, Valant and Zach. Our founder, Magnifique Grammarier, was truly a genius, a worker of miracles. Whatever that means. I'll never forget the one I saw when I was little. How he made that whole jumbo jet go. What happened to the jet again? Apparently someone doesn't remember it as well as they thought. Of all the would-be magicians who came to his door, only Zack and I had the talent. In no time at all, Valant and Zack were the shining stars in the Grammarier crown. Cool, huh? And Zack Grammarier was my daddy. Now that Magnifique and Zack are gone, I have but one wish. Let it be I, Valant Grammarier, who brings the Grammarier miracle back to the big stage. I'm rooting for you. Miss Juicy, you cannot grow up quick enough. I need your skill by my side. One skill coming up. How do we... Sorry, ooh, so much in my nose. Anyways, how do we manage to get off topic of the case so quickly all the time? Alright, let's examine that piano that was just mentioned here. That's one big piano. I never actually played one. You should get Mr. Right to teach you sometime. No good. He can't play either. I kind of feel bad for the guy now. Maybe now's my big chance. Stand back. This could be the debut of a prodigy. Hmm? Ew! Did you make that noise just now? Let me try again. You know, I think something's stuck in the piano. Time to take a look under the hood. Huh? Look! This was stuck during between the strings. Looks like it's some kind of switch. Someone must have thrown this into the piano. And so we get our next piece of evidence. A switch. Alright, so let's head back towards the backstage hallway now. And head towards Lami's dressing room. Is this Lami's dressing room? Nope. Alright, I think there was something I forgot to do. Let's head back towards the backstage and present the headset. Can I ask you about this headset, Lami? You said that all concert staff were wearing one. That's correct. You need them to communicate across such a large stage. Everyone on the staff had one, of course, and all of the band members too, I should think. So Prosecutor Gavin and his lackeys had them on too. Then they're quite helpful, though limited. They only work within 30 feet or so. After all, they're only used for use on stage. And a stronger signal would interfere with the sound system. That makes sense. You'd think someone would notice if they dropped their only communications lifeline. So why was this one lying here? Wonder about that too. Alright, this time let's go into the dressing room. There we go. I knew I had forgotten something. Alright. Uh-oh. There's only one person I know who can much with such venom. What are you doing here? Hello, Emma. You're looking as grumpy as ever. Oh, am I supposed to be happy? You give me the second degree in court, and Prosecutor Gavin makes me look like a fool. You're talking about the bloodstain Mr. the Taus left. My department chief had a field day with that one. Even a blind person could see the shooter wasn't blind. a funny guy, huh? But that bloodstain helped uncover the biggest mystery of all. Now that now we know that Mr. Taos was really with Interpol. We wouldn't have found that out without you. I suppose. Maybe that's why the chief gave me these after he was finished chewing me out. Said it was my reward. Are chocolate snackoos popular down at the precinct or something? I was hoping we could check out the crime scene again. Be my guest. You're I'm not gonna find any clues in here. Though I did find something strange. Something strange? What is this strange thing she's talking about? Let's present her with that switch first, before we start asking questions. Do you think you could take a look at this? A small device. Looks like a transmitter. A transmitter? You press the switch here and it sends out a signal. No idea what's it for though. Okay, let's see. The trial today. I met my embarrassment quote for the year. That's for sure. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? How? I mean, think about it. Now you don't have to be embarrassed about anything else all year. If only it worked that way. It just bugs me to think that little kid outsmarted me, and it makes him even more suspicious now that we know he can see. He could have seen the air duct, and he could have shot that revolver. Keep in mind, that's a kid. How old is he anyway? He's 14 years old. He's a teenager. If he did shoot Lataus, wouldn't he have dislocated shoulder or something? Or a broken bone at least? Or had blood on his shoe prints? Because keep in mind that blood stain. Hold on. No, let's head back here. Switch. That blood stain we see here was smeared off. So we would have to look at his shoe. And even though it's not even though the blood is no longer under the shoe, we have a little thing called luminol, which will detect blood stains even if they've been wiped clean. So yeah. All right. But that's not how it sounded in Lami's testimony. You mean her saying she heard Detective Daryan's voice at the scene? That's right. Why can't we have a normal, straightforward killing once in a while in this country? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. The case. Was that true, what you said in court today? You know, about the case? About how everything happened according to those song lyrics? The guilty's Serenade, you mean? I found the link, you know. First, prosecutor Gavin's heart-shaped keyring was stolen. Then Lami flew through the air. Then prosecutor Gavin's guitar caught on fire, and in the end, a bullet took Mr. Latouse's life, and he went up to the sky with the guitar. Well, they're 30 feet up at least. It is kind of hard to chalk it up to coincidence. I know, and I found it. You think the same person did all of this? Don't ask me. I didn't do it. Neither did I. I couldn't fit through that air vent anyway. What? You think? You all think I did it? Sometimes I worry about that girl. Something strange. So, what did you find? It's so little. I must have passed over it yesterday. I found it under the sofa. What is it? Part of some device. I think I haven't a clue what. The bit sticking out from the end looked familiar, so I had it examined. Turns out it's an antenna. Oh. Like a beetle? Like on a cell phone. This device must use an electronic signal of some sort. An electronic signal, you say? But I have to present that switch again. And skip all of this. Oh, never mind. Do you think you take a look at this? Yeah, it's basically... looks like a transmitter. Yeah, a transmitter. I press the switch and it sends out a signal. No idea what's it for. A signal? You mean an electronic signal? What is it, Apollo? Say, Emma, you know that strange object you said you found? Oh, this? Let me try pressing the switch. Youch! It's on fire! Emma's device is on fire! What's the big idea? Well, now we know what this is, an igniter. This part here must work like a lighter. It nearly lit me up, that's for sure. Hey, don't look at me like that. I didn't do it on purpose. I suppose. At least we're getting somewhere with this case. Hey, Apollo. Let's ask Emma more about this switch. Now that she has some first-hand experience. All right. The switch. What are you trying to do? Burn me alive? Come on, it was just a few sparks. Says you. You weren't the one holding it. There's enough sparks flying around here just with you two talking. Anyway, now we know that this is a remote for an igniter. Let me see that for a second. Well, this is definitely a little transmitter. The signal's weak, probably reaches 30 feet. A transmitter, huh? Alright, so we get now the switch is now known as the remote trigger, which basically triggers an igniter or some sort of device. Incidentally, if you look at a cross section diagram of the stage area, let's see, 30 feet from Lami's dressing room. That covers the backstage completely. It also looks like it would cover the stage. It kind of seems unlikely anyone would use this on stage. Unless, think about it. In a, a switch for an igniter. The guitar being bursted into flames. Do you see? Can you put two in those two together? Guess I'd best be getting on with my investigation. We're off to look for more clues elsewhere. Then I feel better just knowing what this thing is now. I'll have a look into igniters a bit more later. Good luck. I'd like to know a bit more about igniters myself. Alright. Alright, so we're done here. Let's head towards the to the outside the area. The Coliseum, I mean. Okay. I'm sorry if you heard it like a small yawn. What? Come to laugh at the murderer? To Darnyan. That old bag opens her pie hole, and wham, bam! My light goes down the chute. Thanks. They won't let me work while I'm a suspect. Daryan isn't in the best of moods, is he? Not many people are these days, it seems. Is it it is a crime scene, not exactly the happiest place to hang out. Then Gavin had to go rub salt in the wound. My alibi's rock solid. Rock solid. Alright. Let's talk to him about that little alibi. Excuse me one second, I'll be right back. I apologize for the many interruptions, so cut. Okay, I'm back. Like I said, I really apologize for the multiple interruptions. It's because there's a lot going on, especially with the cleaning and all that. Anyways. Let's ask him about his alibi. So, about your alibi, you have to ask. The shooting happened right in the middle of the third set. That's right. The music was blaring when we heard those gunshots. And if and found Mr. Lataus dead. I've got 10,000 witnesses who saw me too. Right there on that stage. Your guitar playing was something else. Thanks, little lady. See? This whole thing's a sham. I can't believe they aren't letting me work. There's no need to yell at me. It's Lami's fault. She was the one who said she heard his voice at the moment of the crime scene. Man, I never even talked to that old windbag. Oh, she's 40. So basically, he's 20 years older? 24, 40. So yeah, like 16-year gap maybe. Anyways, how could she possibly identify me? Well, I mean, she may be blind, but her other senses get a huge improvement. Anyways, Prosecutor Gavin. So they won't let you work? He won't let me work. Gavin says I gotta lie low until the suspension is cleared. What suspicion? How can He can be such a stick in the mud. Mr. Gavin? A stick in the mud? He may look all flashy and showy, but he's straight as an arrow, man. Except when he's depressed. You hear him whining the other day? Oh, you mean the thing with the mixing board? And then there was the performance just now. What was that all about? This part's off. Which is that? Second guitar. It was you, Daryan. He's just a perfectionist is all. Not a bad guy, really. Well, I think the Gaviniers are the best. I have all your albums. The band's fine too. Gavin can write a good tune. I'll give him that. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Prosecutor Gavin around much. Oh, him? He's down at the prosecutor's office, most likely. The prosecutor's office. I've never been there, have I? Well, Apollo? No. The player? Well, it depends on how different the offices are. The data on the victim should have come in from Interpol. Normally, I'd be down there dealing with it normally. Apollo? Let's go check it out. I always wanted to see the prosecutor's office. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. Right on. Say hi for me, okay? Oh, and screw you. For the record, yes, that is his hair. It's not no extensions or anything that I am aware of. And tell him I want into that crime scene. We'll be going now. Hey, wait. Yes? What do you really think happened? Really? You don't think I did it, right? Well, great. Wait's still a guy with some confidence. Just remember, I was ripping it up on stage when it happened, okay? Ripping. Don't get led astray by some siren song, eh? Okay, I get this one wrong and you'll be eating humble pie for a year. I'll bake it myself. Let's not talk to him anymore, alright? Detective Daryan Crescent. He's one stone I'd leave unturned if I had a choice. Alright, so now let's head towards Gavin's office. Oh, wow. That is one burned up guitar. So, this is it. The Gavinier's head office. It's not the band's office. It's the prosecutor's office. Yeah, so that's why I am asking, which is this creepy thing, object, whatever. Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on the phone. Oh well, I guess we'll have to come back. Or we can hide behind the bookshelf real quiet like. That's eavesdropping. Why? We just be waiting quietly so he didn't notice. What if we heard something scandalous about the band? She'd make a good reporter for a gossip mag. What? A replica? So why was he after it in the first place? Yeah. Let's house. Look, don't talk to me about those bored Guineans, okay? Just get me that report. Chop chop. And stop leaving mysterious objects in my office, okay? times like this when I start to miss Daryan. Huh? Hiya. Tee. Just thought we'd drop in. Hope you're not mad. How could I be? How could I be? There's not there's not enough tea in the world in any case. Have a seat. Prosecutor Gavin, the philanthropist. Watch and learn, Apollo. So, who have you come to see? Huh? Clavier, lead vocalist of the Gavineers, or Prosecutor Gavin, Scrooge of the courtroom? What do you think he means, Apollo? I think he's giving us a choice. We can either ask him about the concert or the case. Which way to go? Which way to go indeed. Alright, let's talk to him first about the case. Ah, that reminds me. Did you, you see the paper today? Yes, I always read the TV section. Good girl. How about you, Forehead? I read the funnies. Then you will not have seen this. Concert of Tragedy. The prosecutor's deadly song? Ooh, is that a new show? I haven't heard about that one. It's not a show, it's an article. News, you know. Oh, does this have anything to do with the case? Since getting back from the trial, my phone's been ringing off the hook. How does it feel to take a man's life with the song? Have you ever hummed a man all the way to death row? Do you think you could sing for me over the phone? It is endless, endless. Thanks to the cakes you made today, of course. Oh, that was Apollo's idea. Hey. Is that a newspaper over there too? Ah, yes, the Daily Bugle. Go ahead and take a look. Thanks. I can't read Borginian. Oh, that's right. Suffice it to say this is big news over there as well. Though they didn't go so far as to mention the lyrics to my song. Probably no one in Borginian could believe it. Borginia, sorry. It's probably seen as just a theory at this point. Their journalists didn't see the need to mention it. That makes sense. I hardly know what to think of it. So we get the Borginian newspaper. Lami's testimony will probably be in the evening edition, I imagine. Which is why I've had Daryan step down from the investigation for now. Yeah, we ran into him moping in front of the Coliseum. Lami was my invited guest, so it is rather delicate situation. You understand how much I want to solve this case quickly if possible. The guitar Serenade. I really love that song. It has such a great atmosphere to it. You wrote it with Lami, if I remember correctly. That's right. It was last year. I had gone to tour Borginia's legal system, as a matter of fact. And that's when you heard Lami's voice? It was a small jazz club. I wept that night. I knew I had to meet her, to talk with her. So I used my influence, which is not inconsiderable, to arrange a meeting. Wow, prosecutors really have a lot of clout. I think he's sort of a special case, choosing. Thankfully, she liked the work I did, and we wrote a song right there backstage. Machi on piano, the set voice, and myself on a guitar that I borrowed from Lami. So that guitar was borrowed? And music history was made. Probably not an experience your average lawyer would ever say or would ever have, like Apollo say. It is a memory I hold dear, and the song we wrote that night was this, and that very guitar is right over there. You mean this charred lump? Don't call it a lump. That's a piece of history, and it's only browned, not really charred. No matter, I shall never sing that song again. I wouldn't have used that a guitar again either, even if I could have. What happened during that song anyway? Why did his guitar suddenly catch on fire? Do you think you could show it to us? Your charred, I mean, slightly burned guitar? I'm sure he doesn't mind. What more could happen to it? Yeah. Let's examine that guitar here. Excuse me, Clavier, I'm going to examine your guitar. That was an impressive bit of pyrotechnics that did it. That's the guitar from the concert, isn't it? I thought it was one of the staff playing a gag on me. I never guessed that wasn't the end of it. I had a specialist analyze the guitar incidentally. Oh, did you find anything out? He didn't have a lot of time, so it's still unclear. But the results he came up with were intriguing. Intriguing? How does that guitar tie into everything that went on? Well, as I said, if you put that trigger and that device that Emma found, if you put those two together, voila! Fiery ignition. Sounds like something we should ask about. Alright, Lami's guitar. It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovely for many years. A guitar befitting a woman like Lami. How did it end up here? She gave it to me. I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made a present of it. So this guitar is from Borginia? That it is. We couldn't carry it on the plane. Changes in air pressure and humidity ruined the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Lami's studio. I've used a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. They brought it right up to my office for me. Pristine and untouched. See? Prosecutors do have a lot of clout. I still think he's a special case. Such a valuable guitar. It's too bad it got burned. Alright, so we get Gavin's burnt guitar. Alright, so What was it that you were saying earlier? Something about intriguing results from an examination of the guitar? That's right. What was that all about? Well, you know how guitars have a round hole in the front? It is called the sound hole. And and so so that's what it's called. Well, they found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort. A broken device? Yes, this in fact. The examiner with evidence for the case now, however. So he'll be checking this out once he finished with everything. Odd. That device looks strangely familiar. Well, it should be. Alright, let's examine, oops, wrong one. There we go. Examine the glass dome. Which is right here. The view is exhilarating, John. I sit here gazing down upon the city, writing my songs. Try working on cases. It is the same thing. I write lyrics the same way I corroborate evidence. It is a harmony between the logical mind and the primal spirit within. It is so hard to admit that you like staring out the window and daydreaming. Alright, what about these here? Guitars. Look at all the guitars. Why so many? You can never have too many guitars. They are like my lovers. I didn't just hear him say that. Their backup guitars, Apollo. Don't you know anything? Rock and rollers always smash their guitars at the end of a show. No wonder it's so hard to make it as a musician. You know what? You should try rocking a little, Apollo, and breaking his guitars while he watches. That might be a little too rocking. Of course, I would never do such a thing. Did I not say they are like my lovers? Do I seem like the kind of man who would do such a thing to one he loves? Well, to the ones he loves? No, not at all. I mean, you're Mr. Gavin, upstanding prosecutor. What happened to Prosecutor Gavin, star of rock? I hope I'm not missing anything. Oh, what's this here? What's that on the plate there? Is that gum? Gum? Maybe he was chewing it when the phone rang. So he put it on the table for later consumption. You think a rock star could afford a fresh stick? Don't jump to any conclusions now. That's no chewing gum. Take a closer look. Although I really shouldn't be offering, should I? What is that? It looks like a lump of plastic. Wait, that phone call. Yeah, so that's why I am asking what this creepy thing, object, whatever. Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on the phone. What? A replica? So why was he after it in the first place? Yeah, Lataus. Prosecutor, excuse me. Prosecutor Gavin, does this have something to do with Mr. Lataus? Wait a second. You were listening to my phone call, weren't you? Who? Us? I tried to stop him, really, but he forced me to. Hey, you were the one digging for a scandal, Miss Reporter. To tell the truth, I'm not even sure what it is. But apparently, it's a model of something undercover agent that Taos was after. This lump? Would you mind telling us what you know about it? Alright, let's go back. Talk. The strange lump. This was found in Taos's bag. It's apparently a replica of something. A replica? It's a small lump, about 1.5 inches long. We analyzed it, but there's not much to say other than it's a lump of plastic. Perhaps it was to be used in the identification of whatever it is a replica of. You mean whatever Lataus was after? That seems to be the most logical explanation. Well, what is it? Don't ask me for Frau Lane. Oh, if you don't want to tell us, you could just say so. I've put in a request to Interpol via my contacts in Borginia, but apparently there is a block on info somewhere along the chain. Oh? Something Interpol doesn't want to tell Borginia. Something about this little piece of plastic. Lataus went through all that trouble to become Lami's manager, just to come to this country to find out more about this lump. And he died for it. Alright, so we get a replica. That's all it is. Replica. I've sent someone to the Colosseum to fetch Lami. Perhaps she knows something about it, being a Borginian. You don't say. But first off, let me present this igniter to you. Assuming, of course, I still have it. It has to be one of these. What is it, Apollo? That device that was found in your guitar. Take a look at this. Why, that looks like of the same thing. What is it? It's an igniter. Another one? It was at a crime scene in Lami's dressing room. Detective Sky found it actually. At the scene of the crime? What could that mean, I wonder? I believe that covers everything I am at liberty to talk to you about. Oh, thanks for dropping by your forehead. Thanks? Why, you gave me so much information. That igniter, for instance. Oh, that. I've never met an attorney so forthcoming with a prosecution. It's a big help. Or perhaps you're just a tad naive, I guess I could have hid it, but somehow showing it felt like the right thing. I could say the same to you, Prosecutor Gavin. Thanks for the information about the strange lump of plastic. That one that Lataus was investigating? Hey, that's right. I've been thinking here, Forehead. We encountered many incidents in our lives. All of us. Not all of them simple. Especially not the ones where people are killing to song lyrics. That is why I try to at least remain simple inside, and not keep a simple goal to discover the truth. That's why I like to keep relations civil, ja? That is all. I can live with that. Mr. Prosecutor? Frau Lane? can I ask you why you sing in the band? Ah, because I want. Uh, let me see if I'm reading this correctly. Because I want women to turn and look when I walk down the street. That's pretty simple too. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a work to do. Another time, perhaps. Oh, my throat. There we go. All right, so we're done here. Let's let's head back towards the Colosseum. Oh, it's you. You came at a good time. Hello there, Emma. What's up? Either of you know where Lami is? Well, I saw her in the backstage hallway a while ago. Yeah, it's strange. What's strange? I can't find her anywhere. I was supposed to bring her to the prosecutor's office. Lami's missing? It's hard to imagine her wandering off somewhere on her own, being that she's blind and all. Yeah. Hold on, I could this when I saw something like an Easter egg or something on on the uh on the background here. Never mind. I mean, come on. If I was able to find a Easter egg, the red badger, a guitar. I mean, I'm sure to find any Easter eggs around here. All right. Yeah. We'll help you look for her. Great. Thanks. So Lami has gone missing. Where could she be? Let's head backstage. Maybe we'll find something. And there's the blue badger right there. Oh, I hear thunder. Yeah, you probably I may not hear it, but I do hear thunder. Meaning rain is coming again. Oh boy. Even after Hurricane Beryl, we're still getting like storm after storm. Anyways, this place is deserted. I wonder where Lami went off to. I'm sure she's okay on her own. She seems resourceful. I guess, but I can't help worry about her a little. Alright, let's head towards the stage. There's that thunder again. Let me see. You know what? I'll be right back. Again, apologies for the multiple interruptions. Cut. Okay, I'm back. All right, so I basically had to stop the video so I can switch the four formats. It's because it's because normally I record and with the format of that with of MP4, because should a blackout occurs, then there's a 50-50 chance where I may lose all the footage I've recorded. So I would rather not risk it. So I changed the video format to MKV. And reason for that, should a blackout occur during my recording, it should stop exactly where the moment the blackout occurs, the video would stop in place, which will help me a lot. All right, so we're back at the stage. Here we go. Huh? The stage is pitch dark. Power breaker must be off for this section. Great. I'll go get someone. Yipes! It was really dark out there. Dark. That's all Lami has. When you think about it, what would it be like to live in a world of darkness? Hey, Apollo? Huh? What? Doesn't something about the stage seem different to you? Like something's changed. Changed? I can't put my finger on it, but it's bugging me. Now it's bugging me too. What's she talking about? Let's examine that guitar case right here with that paper or cloth or whatever that's slipping. I mean that's like, well, you know what I mean. Hey, that case, wasn't that open before? Huh? I guess someone closed it. Wait, look. Where the case closes. Something's sticking out that doesn't look like an instrument. You don't think it's... Let's open it, Apollo. Lami! Lami! Emma! We have to get Emma! Lami was taking the straight to the hospital. Emma ran around, barking orders, making phone calls. Trucy just clung to my arm and cried. And me, I was still in shock. 2 bodies in 2 days is too many. Alright, so we're back at the Hickfield Clinic. Yes, this isn't the first time we've been here. Emma, how's Lami? Is she okay? You. We all owe a big thanks to you, that's for sure. So, she's okay? Yes. She came to a short while ago. I found her before it was too late. That's good to hear. So, what happened? Someone attacked her. She was struck on the forehead. By who? We don't know. But they hit her on the forehead, right? That's right, in front of her. How could she not see? Oh, right. Would you like to see her now? Is that all right? She wants to thank you for saving her life. All right, so we're now in the hospital. Lami, Mr. Attorney, you were the one who found me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm just glad you're okay. Tell me, what happened? Scratching my head here. All right. We need some answers, and we need them now. It was after I spoke with you in front of the dressing room. I sensed someone approaching. I thought it might be someone come to see me, but they said nothing. When I went to return to my dressing room, you were hit? I knew that that very moment. I knew the assailant was trying to kill me. It was lucky for me. The first blow did knock me out. I turned and ran for the stage. So someone was chasing me. I could hear footsteps. Yet I reached the stage first. Why the stage? I had overheard maintenance people talking. The power to the stage area was off. They said for electrical work. Ah, darkness is my ally. There was a contrabass case near the stage. That is where I hid. So the assailant couldn't see you. Once in the case, I'm afraid I passed out. Wow, that sounds like a really close call. So who is this assailant then? Do you have any idea whom I might have been? Unfortunately, no. Whoever did it, they said not a word. Too bad. Yet, when I could consider that I was struck high on the forehead, I must conclude that whoever hit me was taller than I am. Good point. She's sharp. And you're much taller than I am. You're about as tall as Apollo. So that means it was likely an adult. Probably a man. Could it be him? But why would anyone attack you, Lami? The detective asked me too. And to her, I gave the same answer I give you. I do not know. Alright, let's present that plastic replica, whatever it is. Lami, I wanted to ask you about this. Do you know what this is? This is what? Taos was carrying it. It's a replica of the thing he was after. He was after? You know, in his secret as an undercover agent. So that's what he was doing. You mean, you know what? Yes, I know, of course. This must be a Borginian cocoon. Or rather, a convincing replica thereof. Why haven't I heard of a Borginian cocoon before? Why would he be carrying this around? Was it some kind of souvenir? I wonder. The Borginian cocoon. Well, they call it a Borginian. It must only be found in a Borginia. For certain, all in a Borginia know of these. It's a cocoon, so do you get silk from it? I do not know the details. I'm so sorry to say. I thought she said all in Borginia knew of these. There is one fact I do know about the cocoon, though. Something all in Borginia know. What's that? The cocoons, they are not to be taken out of the country. If someone does and is caught, they will be put to death. To death? Why? I do not know. Yet, if Interpol was involved, I'm sure there is a good reason. But this is just a piece of plastic. He was carrying a replica, but looking for the real deal. That's my best guess. So, that's what he was up to? Tracking down a Borginian cocoon smuggling? Smuggling. Yeah, about that. Smuggling. It seems I was marked. Marked? Life changed for me with the popularity of my songs. I began to travel around the world. So you could have brought those Borginian cocoons with you on my trips. Yes, that was probably the suspicion. And Mr. Taus was placed as an undercover agent to look into it. Borginia is a small, sheltered country. Not many of our people venture into the world outside. Is that why they suspected you? But Mr. Taus wasn't a Borginian, was he? He was an agent, which means... What, Apollo? Well, there must have been some reason other countries didn't want the cocoons out. Something scary enough to get Interpol involved. Huh? Like what? How could such a tiny ball of thread could cause such a commotion? Cocoon smuggling, and Lataus and Lami marked. It couldn't be her. Huh? There's one other person I need to talk to. Thank you for talking to us, Lami. It was the least I could do. Actually, I have another request, if it is within my power. I need an interpreter, someone who speaks Borginian. Apollo? Would you come with us if you're well enough? I see. Yes. Yes, of course. I shall accompany you. Huh? Where are we going? Come on, Chusi. We're about to get to the bottom of this. Thus we enter our last location, the detention center. I played this game before, so I know. Machi, we came to talk to you about the case. Machi, could you interpret for us, Lami? Yes. Machi, I'd like to talk to you about when we first met. When we still thought you were blind. Now we know the truth. You can see, right? I was completely fooled myself. Machi, isn't there another secret you're hiding from us? Wait, Mr. Attorney. What do you mean by secret? Well, what do I mean by secret? Well, let's present the replica. If I'm not mistaken, you know something about this, don't you? Hey, you got a reaction, a big one. Machi, you didn't. Trucy and I are trained to see people's uncertainty. Now that we would have, not that we would have needed any training to see that one. Mr. Lami, please interpret. Very well. I know you know something about this by your reaction. If you won't tell me, I might have to give it to the prosecution and have them look into it. He asked you to wait. Not be so hasty. Machi, do you know everything? Yes, everything. Well, sort of. Have him tell us about it. Very well. Alright. The cocoon. What is this cocoon anyway? A cocoon. The silk is a potent cure. A cure? It must cure some disease. It's a cure for incuritis. For incuritis? Alright, so we know this. I mean, we know it's not the real deal, but we do know that it was this whole Borginian cocoon is supposed to be some type of drug that cures incuritis. But if it's a cure, why keep it in Borginia like that? Just think of all the lives they could save by sharing the medicine. I do not understand the reasons myself. Okay, well, at least we know what it is. A cure. And the house was after a cocoon smugglers. Wait, was Machi? You weren't... He couldn't be a smuggler. He's so little. Well, you're only 15, and you're sort of a magician, aren't you? Well, that's true. I am sort of a magician. She said sort of. Oh, to have a copy of that security tape. Well, Machi, are you a smuggler? He won't tell me. First, he plays blind. Now he plays dumb. I wonder, do you think he brought a cocoon here to sell it to someone? If Machi really did bring one into the country, was he planning on making a deal for its sale? I can't go home. Can't go home? I can't go home to Borginia. I don't want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Borginia is death. That's right. It's punishable by death. About the case. About the case? What about the case? He wants to tell us about Latouse's death. This meeting's over. Diane, what do you mean? Visiting hours aren't over yet. There's a call for Machi from the Borginian embassy. This meeting is over. Sorry. Just give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that. Sorry, no go. Come on, piano boy. We're leaving. Diane, wait! I never liked you. Either of you. Huh? Darn it! We were so close. He was about to tell us. Hey, Apollo! He didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say. Apollo! And there can only be one reason why. Why is everyone ignoring me? Oh, sorry. This is it. I know who I'm after now. It all happens tomorrow in court. Alright. Oh wow, that was a long investigation, but it was well worth it because now the stage is set. It's time to end this episode. We're almost done with the entire game. We still have one more episode to deal with, but more on that at the end of the trial. But the stage is now set. It's time for the final battle. The trial of Machito Bay concludes with this trial. So, until then everyone, take care and God bless. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and share with all your family and friends. If you're enjoying my content, consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to click that bell to receive notifications for new videos. Take care, and God bless.